In 1995, Newsweek published an article by Clifford Stahl predicting that the internet would not live up to its hype. They mentioned how it would not replace newspapers, the television, or malls. Like him, many people also believed in this idea. Now, today I'm going to be talking to you about how we're making the same exact mistake with Bitcoin and how this plays a revolutionary role in our financial future. Now, guys, let's be real. We all know what inflation is, and we've all dealt the impact that inflation has on our hard-earned wealth. That's why I chose to talk about Bitcoin, because I needed to understand how it affects my generation's financial future. And so I started tracking Bitcoin 5 years ago. Today, I'm going to be talking about the significance of Bitcoin. Traditional financial systems struggle with centralized control, slow transactions, and limited global access. Bitcoin offers a decentralized, more efficient, and universally accessible alternative that is replacing how we think about money. Now, I'm going to walk you through the blockchain mechanics that solve the fundamental problems with digital money, the decentralized structure that puts financial power back in your hands, and real-world applications that demonstrate Bitcoin's practical impact today. So to understand why Bitcoin matters, we first need to explain the technology or the technological foundation that make this possible. That's blockchain technology. Blockchain securely allows for greater trust, enhanced security, better traceability, increased efficiency, and automated transactions. Now, guys, these aren't just selling points I'm trying to make. These are real-world solutions that Bitcoin is solving better than traditional financial systems. Now, blockchain researcher Neelesh Mungoli explains why a Bitcoin user is issued two keys. The purpose of these digital keys is to access your wallet and to authorize transactions. It's crucial that the first key, the private key, stays private only to you. The key is a random sequence of 63 characters. So in other words, it's literally impossible to crack. Now, the public key, the second key, is a code that you share with others, and it serves as an address to which others can send you Bitcoin. Now, on the blockchain, transactions are recorded as blocks of data. These capture details that are specific to the transaction. Now, there's a book from Princeton University that really breaks this down. It demonstrates how transactions are broadcasted on a public peer-to-peer network through blocks. Now, understanding blockchain's mechanics is just the foundation. The revolutionary impact comes from the technology that eliminates our dependence on centralized financial solutions. Now, here's a breakdown of our current financial process. I go to the store, I purchase something with my credit card. The first step is the authorization. Does my card go through? The second is authentication. It's just different and more layers to make sure there's no fraud taking place. Thirdly is batching. This is where the merchant bundles up the day's transactions and forwards that information to the bank. Then it's clearing those transactions, typically after 2 or 3 days. Lastly is funding. When the other person finally receives the money. Now, to explain the fees, each transaction goes through 6 or more intermediaries. First, cardholder. Second is the seller. Third, acquirer, which is the seller's bank. Issuer, which is the cardholder's bank. Card network. Payment processor. Payment gateway, each taking a cut of the pie. Now, Bitcoin, however, connects you directly to the receiver, giving people the financial freedom to truly own their assets. So now that we've covered or explored how Bitcoin creates financial freedom, let's examine concrete evidence of organizations and nations that are already putting the principles into practice. So Bitcoin, in March of this year, an executive order was passed by President Trump for our government to literally hold Bitcoin as an asset for our country. We also do this with government bonds and gold. Now, guys, this is a huge deal. This is literally an example of where the government is investing their money. Now, in addition, El Salvador has made Bitcoin a legal tender since 2021, What this means is that everyone in the country must accept Bitcoin as a form of payment, just like they would with their current currency or a US dollar. Now, from the technological breakthrough of blockchain to the financial freedom of decentralization, to the evidence of global adoption, we've witnessed how Bitcoin addresses major challenges facing conventional banking systems. So we've explored these key areas, the tech behind Bitcoin, how it removes the middleman, and its growing global use. So together, all that together shows how Bitcoin is completing and answering today's solutions. Now, understanding Bitcoin is like understanding the internet in 1995, optional now, but essential in the future.